Well, hello again everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. We are currently doing the Muscular Dystrophy group build that's hosted by Saltwater Scale Models by Scott. As you can see, we are doing the 65 Pontiac GTO is the kit that I chose. Just an FYI, I did go on the computer and went back 5 years onto Classic Plastic 101's channel to actually look at his version of an out-of-box review. So if anybody would be interested, they can actually check him out as well. But I am going to go ahead and do a quick little out-of-box review myself here. So let's get started. As you can see, this is the 3-in-1 kit, and this particular box does show that in the left corner. If you go to Chris's site, his box didn't indicate that, so I guess they had reissued the cover art as far as showing the 3-in-1 this time around. So that being said, let's get started. First of all, I'd like to kind of go with the actual instructions here. As you can see, it's a standard AMT Ertl kit number 8201. And then of course it gives you the little legend of what to look for when you're actually in the process of building this kit. You can go ahead and open it up, and of course we always start with the engine first, and there's actually 4 steps to that. So you can see here, steps 1 and 2, 3, and 4. And then we can go on to the following steps here, where we actually have a total of 10 tires to choose from. We have a set of 4 tires that has the Firestone Supreme on it for one option. The second option, we have the Goodyear tires. There's 4 of those. And then we have the 2 Goodyear slick tires for the rear of the vehicle. And then we've also got here where we have the interior bucket. They do give you the option of 2 different type of steering wheels and a racing harness if you want to choose that as well. And then we go ahead with the step 10 here, where we start getting into the chassis and metal axles and gluing in the engine itself along with the tires. And then of course step 11 is of course another type of option for this 3-in-1 kit if you choose to switch out and swap out for something different. And then we go ahead to the back part here where we have the actual option of putting in some other items on the body of the car itself, along with the hood that has a little metal clip so it holds the hood up in place if you want to show off the engine. And then of course step 13, we have the other components of the car as far as the firewall, radiator housing, battery, and so forth. And then step 14 is basically when we start putting the final pieces together, including the windshield and the interior bucket, body and chassis. And then the final steps basically again is putting in the tail lights, decal sheets for the license plates, radiator hose, and then finally the options that they give you for a regular hardtop. Let me bring it down here a little bit. The hardtop if you want to go that route, or a custom hardtop, and of course then the convertible. Okay, so there you go. And of course then at the bottom here we have a color chart that they suggest. So that's it for the basically the instructions of this kit. I'll show you real closely here. We have the one set of tires. This is the Firestone Supreme. You get a set of 4 of those, and you can see how narrow the tire is compared to the second set of tires that they give you of 4, which is the Goodyear, which is this here, which you'll have to cut out the inside part molding to apply the wheels and the inner wheels and the rims of the tires. If we switch it over, you can tell the difference in the size of the width of the tires. So you get 4 sets of each of those, and then of course we have our racing slicks, Goodyears, so you can see what those look like as well. It also comes with 2 metal axles. Here's one of them right here for the front and rear of the vehicle. So you get that. And then of course the little metal clip here that holds the hood up in place if you want to show off your engine. Here we go with the actual parts in the box with the body of the Pontiac GTO. It's nicely detailed. I don't see too much flashing on it. Here to the front and the sides. So all in all, it's a very nicely detailed body. And then we have our next sprue here, where we basically have the inner wheels and the seats, and we have the hood. There's that, and of course here's the harness seat belt as well. So there's that. And then we come to our chassis. Again, it's an AMT, so everything's kind of molded in on the bottom of the chassis here. So, you know, we'll do some little detail work on the muffler exhaust system, the gas tank, and front suspension and whatnot. So, still kind of nicely detailed throughout. And then next up is, of course, the firewall and the radiator housing, and the radiator is of course molded in with the radiator housing. And then this little part here is a custom front bumper for you. And then of course we have the optional steering wheel as well, and of course the inner wheels themselves. So that's that. Okay. And then we come up next here with the 2 different types of hardtops. We have the stock hardtop here, and then we have our custom hardtop here as well. So that's what they look like. Okay. And up next basically is a sprue tree of basically all the engine components on there. Of course, the other half of the block fell off, but it's the same. So there you go. Nicely detailed throughout. And then we have our next little sprue tree that's got the, I guess, stock steering wheel on it with the convertible boot on it, if you want to go that route. And let's see what we got up next is the interior bucket. Again, everything pretty much is molded inside as far as the door panels, the back seats, so you can see right here, the center console, and that includes the gas pedal and brake pedal as well. So there you go. There's that. And what we got up next? We got our actual chrome tree. And as you can see here, we got our stock wheels, rims, and of course our rear bumper, and our front bumper with the headlights molded in, and then of course our front grille that's got the GTO symbol on it, and some other little parts for the engine itself. So that's it for the chrome tree, and let's see what we got. And of course, some of these are the parts that kind of fell off the tree, but we'll give a look to the dashboard because we haven't shown that one yet. But there you go. There's the dashboard itself. So nicely detailed as well. So that's basically about it as far as the quick little out-of-box review here for the 65 Pontiac GTO. Just to note, I am going to make this into a Major Nelson's Pontiac from I Dream of Jeannie. So like I say, the wheels that I've actually shown you that come with the kit, I'll probably set those off to the side and apply the red line type of tires to make it more realistic and for Major Nelson's car. And of course, doing a little research with the body and looking at Chris's video, we'll probably end up going with the Midnight Blue. And again, I want to shout out to Chris over at Classic Plastic, showing us how to do the license plates as well, because I will be putting on the NASA plates on the front. And he directed me to the Acme license maker website, and I've already printed out the rear license plate. So I appreciate it, Chris, for showing us how to make those particular license plates for 1964. Well, the one I got was 64 per Chris's info. So there you go. And with that being said, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we will catch you on the first episode of putting the Pontiac together. So till then, have a good day, and we will catch you later. Bye.